Attention hunters, and I am back for a new episode with Firebird Bing. Last time I got to 700 billion DPS and started to be very comfortable and profound. As you can see, I am still farming God's chests. It is a fun strategy that is also quite profitable. There are quite a few videos on this farm on YouTube, so I won't go into details about it, but if you haven't tried it yet, you really should. I had completely forgotten that inverse image were a thing. Let's fix that with a cheap one that will allow me to get +2 to all skills thanks to the Lich Tree. And just like that 1 trillion DPS, with this much damage, I can now farm juice strategies involving multiple compasses in Profound. There are many available depending on which pack spirits you have at your disposal, although not all of them are as profitable as just running God's chest. There is one, however, that I particularly enjoyed last season, compass farming. This strategy relies on the synergy between Alice and Doro for generating a massive quantity of compasses. It can be very hit or miss, and you'll have many maps where you lose money. But when it hits hard. There'll be a code for my void chart and compasses in the description. If you want more information about this strategy, check out this channel. This is where I got most of my information about this strategy from. When you're using the compass probe, you also have a chance to encounter compass goblins in your maps. These are super fun to chase down and kill for big compass explosions. I farmed a lot over the past week to afford the next upgrades, so here's a small montage of the best loot explosions. This big guy is officially my best friend. Let's continue upgrading my items. I need to get the additional energy shield affixes to T1 on my boots and chest. And now it's time to start upgrading to T0 affixes. This is a very expensive process, but it is necessary as it will be a big damage boost. Although every upgrade seems minor, they add up very quickly. Still, it is a very efficient process for deleting currency. Thankfully, the prices of embers and sacred fossils will go down as the season progresses, so it's going to be much cheaper for the next journeys. As you may have noticed, I started by upgrading all the base affixes before moving on to the advanced affixes. I don't know if this is the best way to proceed, but I like doing it this way. This gave me quite the damage boost. Now I want to try upgrading the advanced affixes on my wands. And here are the newly crafted wands. Don't forget to use truth fossils to divine your wands, as it makes a huge difference. This crafting session doubled my damage. These 10,000 FEs were definitely well spent. Now I still have almost as much burning a hole in my pocket, so here is a masterclass in how not to craft a Vorax item. I want to craft a Vorax helmet with +1 spell burst, additional fire damage from the Mask of Infernal Iron, and +5 all skills level from the Truth Necklace. Let's start by filling all affixes and adding +1 spell burst. Well, that's unlucky. Let's try to get the additional fire damage first, hopefully as a suffix. Nice. Now the +1 spell burst. Finally. And finally the +5 to all skills. Someone told me that since Truth only has 2 affixes, grafting is guaranteed to hit all skills, so let's see. Well, it seems I was misled. That's unfortunate. And here's the new helmet. It's arguably worse than the old one, since I lose resistances, but I'll equip it anyway. If there is one takeaway from this Vorax grafting session, it's that I really need to focus on guaranteed upgrades and leave the gambling for later. I am now dirt poor. I guess there is only one thing left to do now, and that is grinding. I'll continue with compass farming along with Vorax encounters. I find both mechanics to be very enjoyable, which makes it easy to farm for long periods of time. Look at what these vials gifted me. It's the single most valuable drop of my Torchlight infinite career. With that, I should have enough FEs to get some decent upgrades. And no gambling this time. First, I want to get to 100% chance to avoid elemental ailments. For this, I use an ultimate affix on my chest armor, which is enough when combined with the affixes on my hero memories. Then I want to replace that armor penetration by some elemental penetration on my ring. And now let's finish upgrading all the important affixes to T0. At current prices, each attempt at upgrading an ultimate affix costs around 500 FE. This is quite steep, but I don't have much of a choice, unfortunately. Looks like it was very much worth it. Thankfully, I didn't get unlucky on the upgrades. Now, since I have a lot of FE left, I want to imprint my wands with +1 tenacity blessings. For this, I buy the same type of wands with the base affix I need, and then buy 2 imprint crystals. When imprinting, take the time to read everything. It is not complex, however, it is a process you don't want to mess up, as it is pretty expensive. Make sure to check the preview of the item you will obtain on the right side. I also took the time to add an intermediate sequence to both of my wands. This is an exercise in frustration, but I managed to get good sequences for both items. And here are the finished wands. There's another source of tenacity blessings that I have overlooked until now. New Prism with Aura Effect and +2 tenacity blessings. This is a huge upgrade. And with that, I finally reached the dummy cap of 5 trillion DPS. Reaching the dummy cap is usually a good milestone for me to finish my zero to hero journeys. However, I really like this build, and I want to see if I can take it all the way to beating SS20 for the free loot pack spirit chest. This goal will require a lot of investment. Up until now, I have neglected my survivability in favor of damage, relying on my big energy shield pool and high regain to stay alive in maps. However, this will not be enough for the SS20 fight. I have the perfect upgrades in mind for this. It is a setup that I have been wanting to try since the start of last season, but never did as it is very expensive. But you will have to wait until the next episode to discover it. Until then, I have a lot of farming to do. I hope you enjoyed this episode, even if it was a little crafting heavy. As always, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.